Jacksonville Jaguars. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They fake the give to Elliott. Now Romo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Dante Whitner not only orchestrates a secondary, he puts a big hit on anyone who comes in his area.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Gavin Escobar, his big tight end, was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Romo taking a shot here for Marshall. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's Romo. He's going to try and go deep again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Now the 6-year man, Chris Jones, on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Here's Prescott. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 2nd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't. You've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On 1st and 10, Romo. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that'll be good for an Indianapolis first.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop his shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And off comes to Peterson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. And we get a peek at the defensive starters, and it's a unit that really needs to do better than they did last week.
So I would expect them to come out with a lot more emotion this week, flying around.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Down out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And there you go. Tony Romo to Dez Bryant. That often serves as an electrical charge for their offense.
And a warning to the defense, beware.
Yeah, that's the first one of the day. You have to figure there's plenty more to come.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game was we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Right back for Marshall. This time it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Gus Bradley may be a defensive mind, but he's going to leave his offense out to go for it on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned. And they wind up picking up the first down.
Now Tony Lowe on first down. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. His throw caught at about the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Romo now to throw it. That's caught at the 2. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Ezekiel had 23 rushing touchdowns last year at Ohio State, now his first in the National Football League.
And that's no surprise at all because that's exactly why he was drafted 4th overall when he came out of Ohio State. His ability to run the football, but don't underestimate his ability to catch it as well. That's his first rushing touchdown. I think he'll have plenty in the passing game too.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Second down, just 1 yard to go.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adrian Peterson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here's Romo now on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time to step aside. Back to the booth right after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now it's Romo. He sets to fire deep. This is caught at the 20. It's a big play. Romo to Bryant. 41 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Here's Romo. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Back to the air they go. Romo on second down. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
And now another one thrown incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, Romo off, Bailey on for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that gets him back within 10. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jameis Olawale, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go.
Now Tony Romo on 1st down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Romo looking deep downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A lot of times, as AP goes, so goes the team. He's done well, the team's done well.
And usually when he does that well, other people do in addition, because now you can open up other things in your offense. But the bottom line is he is option number 1, and that's usually their best option. Just absolutely can brutalize a defense. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. 7 yards remaining here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A play fake for Elliott. Now Romo going up top. And now for the 3rd time, Romo intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it.